Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on 30 Days of Sketches. Of course, we have a bonus sketch this month. I think that Christy does that every time there's 31 days in the month. There's always a bonus sketch. And this is important because my friend Brianna Spores over at Love My Life on Paper is our designer for this sketch. She is also celebrating 500 subscribers on her YouTube channel. Make sure you check out her YouTube channel. I will have it listed below, as well as all the information about 30 Days of Sketches. And I will also have a list of the ladies who are hopping along with Brianna for her 500 subscribers hop. This is her beautiful sketch. I love this sketch very, very much. I think it is one of my absolute favorites. She can design a sketch for me anytime. So I printed photos, which I've been trying to avoid doing. I've been trying to only use photos that I've already had printed out this month, and I've not been great about doing that. I printed those because Brianna asked for us to either do a monochromatic layout using her sketch, or we could go ahead and use a Halloween theme with her sketch. And I am choosing the Halloween theme. And so these photos are from a very recent trip to Louisville, where we went to the Jack-o'-lantern Spectacular. It was a very beautiful night, very clear, and they were packed. So it was the first weekend of the show. So I pulled out my Art Options Spice by 49 & Market. This is a brand new collection to my stash. I had to have it because it's gorgeous. And I have pulled rub-ons, and I have pulled 2 pieces of pattern paper. I have the ephemera bits. I have the laser cut elements. And I have the laser cut mixed media leaves. I also have the laser cut elements that are not just flowers. These are the flower ones. I don't know if I have brown film strips by 49 & Market. If I don't, I will use these. But if I do, I will exchange these out for that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. I'm going to get started on this layout, and I shall be right back. As beautiful as 49 & Market's background papers always are, I decided I needed to add some mixed media via stenciling onto this background. The sketch has what looks like some very large splatters in it, and I do have a stamp that would work perfectly for that, but I decided to play with the stencil because I have not played with it yet, and I thought it would be a good stencil to add a couple colors of Distress Oxide inks. I am using Tea-Dye, and I can't remember the other one, but I chose 2 inks, and I'm just going to kind of alternate them in various places. I'm not going to be able to put a splatter on the right-hand side where the film strips are going to go, simply because of that large floral element. So unless I pulled out a white ink, it wouldn't show very well. So I just skipped that entirely. So the next thing you will see me do is I'm going to move the stencil again. I'm going to put some more of the Tea-Dye on there. I really like that color. I don't think I'd used it yet. I'm pretty sure both of my sponge daubers were blank. So the next thing you're seeing me do is, again, I am still in the process of reorganizing my smaller stencils. And as I use one that I haven't done this with, I am using the ink onto the white cardstock that goes into the little envelope that I put the stencil in. This way, when I wash it, I know where to find it and where to put it back. Eventually, I will do a video showing you what is going on with that, but I'm not ready for that yet. So, in Brianna's sketch, she had a viewfinder element in the corner of her photos, and I thought it would be a great idea to use these pumpkin rub-ons because they're just pretty, and my photos are about jack-o'-lanterns, so I thought this would be a great substitution for that. I really love the 49 Market rub-ons. They work really nicely, and they come off very easily for the most part. I'm only having a little bit of trouble because I didn't pull out my regular tool. I used the tool that came with theirs, or with the rub-ons, and I don't think it works as nicely, or maybe I'm just used to my tool. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of this film strip. If you aren't familiar with these are made of acetate, and I always try to glue them in a place where they won't be seen, which means I didn't put glue at the top or the bottom because in the sketch that film strip sticks out. Mine doesn't stick out as much as the sketch does, and that's okay. So first, I'm just kind of getting an idea of where things are going to go. Now, I did cheat a little bit. Before I started the camera, I actually placed the photos and the film strip on here so that I would know where to ink and to place my rub-on. I didn't want to waste that rub-on at all, and I didn't want to cover up too much of any of it. So there are very light pencil marks on that background page that I'm just going to tuck my photos just barely over so that you can't see them. Yes, I know I could erase them. I didn't. I just wanted to keep working. So I tucked one of the ephemera bits from the ephemera pack underneath the two right-hand photos. She looked like she had some wonky frames on hers, and that looks really, really cool, but I wasn't feeling up to trying to die cut those. And yes, I could have. I just didn't feel like doing it. I'm just going to use ephemera bits to tuck in pieces here and there. I pre-cut my banners from the same pattern paper, the beautiful plaid that I showed at the beginning, that I matted my photos in. And so I cut the banners out of a couple of scraps, and I distressed the photo mats and both banner pieces and all of the other little pieces that you see. I have actually already distressed off camera. I did not distress the pumpkins, and I did not distress the title. Now notice I'm not really gluing anything down yet. I will do most of the gluing off camera. I'm just kind of placing things here and there, getting an idea of for what or where I want things to show up. Now, I know that I really, really wanted to use these mixed media laser cut leaves bits. They are so stinking pretty. I love this collection. This was one of those collections that I saw and said, you don't need this, but you're gonna buy it. So I did buy it, obviously, and I bought as much of it as I could afford. So I wanted to play with these. I don't want to add any more flowers to this because there are already quite a few flowers on either side, and I don't want to detract from those or cover them up entirely. As it is, I am trying to be very careful about how I tuck things and place things, and I'll be even more careful when I shut the camera off and I start gluing. I will change a few things around a little bit off camera, and I'll explain that at the end of the video. But for now, I'm just kind of pulling out the bits and pieces of these leaves that I think will look great. And I'm really pleased with the placement so far. All right, I got my layout completely finished. I went ahead and I added some splatters off camera. I popped things up with fun foam or other types of foam adhesive, and pretty much, well, the only other thing I did differently off camera is I added another film strip back behind, just to give a little bit more layering on that, and down here at the bottom. I know you can barely see it down here at the bottom, so I wanted to add this small one here just so that you could see that there was supposed to be a film strip down there. I cut this one in half to use it. Other than that, you guys saw everything I did on camera. Oh, I did move things around down here at the bottom, and I left out the big pumpkin. I felt like it was just too busy in that corner, and so I left out the big pumpkin and then moved things over. I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. If you are not a subscriber, I'd love to have you. I literally do a happy wiggle butt dance in my desk chair every time somebody subscribes to my channel. I also want to thank you for helping me celebrate Brianna today. It is just amazing when we can celebrate our fellow creators who are working hard on YouTube to grow their own channels. I am so proud to be doing that with her today. She has amazing work. You guys make sure you check her out. Her channel is linked below. Check her out. You will not be disappointed. She also hosts a YouTube hop each month on the first Saturday of the month for stamping. It is called Stamp It Like It's Hot. There are several of those videos for this year on my own channel, and each month she gives us a different prompt to use, and so it helps us to break out our stash of stamps. It also helped me to get rid of some stamps, by the way, so thanks. And we get to showcase how we use these stamps on our layouts. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye!